Here it is, the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, the big guy, the largest version of the new Pixel phones that just came out. It's available today, and this will be my unboxing kind of initial review of the phone as we take a look at it, dive in, and we'll talk about the phone. So enough of looking at my face. Let's see what's inside the box. All right, let's take this sucker out of the box. Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, $1,099, and they've changed up the box. The way this works here is supposed to be super eco-friendly, and I guess it is. So, got those little strips on the back that you pull off. That's a new one. Whatever. Who cares? Just a box. Outline of the phone, and then voila. The inside phone matches the outline of the box. That's pretty cool. So we got some sort of wax paper stuff on here. Go ahead and take this off. And there we have it. The iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm sorry, the Pixel 9 Pro XL. And I just want to go ahead and address that because this phone basically looks like the gold iPhone 13 Pro Max. Yeah, I've got the porcelain color. It looks a lot like the gold. You got the shiny gold aluminum rails on the side, very much just like the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But what's the great news about this is it's not. It is the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which you can tell from the big camera on the back, which we've got this big giant camera module, which is even changed from last year. So if you take a look, this is the Pixel 8 Pro from last year. This is the Pixel 9 Pro XL from this year. And let's just go ahead and take the case off of this real quick. So, bam. Of course, we got the beautiful bay blue. And you can see there are some changes here, but what hasn't changed is we still have the LED flash. We still have the thermometer, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you actually care about the thermometer. It is here, live and in the flesh. So no more rounded corners, none of that stuff. Everything is all flat. And then you see the button configuration is still the same. I think the buttons are a little bit more, slightly more clicky, a little bit more punchy this year. And then you can see how much that camera bump sticks out, especially whenever it's not basically part of the frame. So with the Pixel 8 Pro, it wrapped into the frame, rounded around the edges, and now it's just an island. So it's funny because this right here looks like a big version of the dynamic island on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 15 Pro, all that stuff. So it looks like the dynamic island, but it's not. It's the dynamic camera island, and I can't wait to test out the cameras. Of course, it's still got the same 50 megapixel camera as last year, but it does have a new ultra wide. So I want to test that out. 48 megapixels. It's got a periscope telephoto as well, 5x optical. So you've got basically just about the best you can get in Android in this department. And then of course, all the computational photography, all that stuff, powered by the new chip under the hood, the Tensor G4. So we've got that 5,000 milliamp battery, same as last year, 6.8-inch screen, 3,000 nits brightness. So I can't wait to test that out. That's going to be something we'll have to see out in the sun. But the feel in the hand on this thing is so impressive. I made a video about this, talking about it the other day. I went and I looked at the store. Of course, it had the big security bump on the back of it at the store, but this feels super premium. Probably just about the most premium feeling phone I think you can get, especially in the US market right now. It feels as good, if not better than the iPhone. I think it feels better than the iPhone, just the weight and the balancing. You know, it is a little on the chunky side. So it's definitely beefed up. You see how much it weighs, 221 grams. So it ain't light. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and on the back. You can see it starting up there. 16 gigs of RAM. That's a big increase there. We've got 4 gigs more than last year. And then it's got basically, I think, the same GPU. If you look at the Tensor G3, it had a G715 Immortalis in it, and now they're saying Mali G15, whatever. It's the same syncing GPU. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of big change in gaming performance with this, but there are a lot of improvements, a lot of quality of life improvements, like the SOS satellite messaging. That's something very cool. You can use that, the satellite connectivity, which emergency, of course. And maybe that will get expounded on later, just like the iPhone did, to where you can send actual messages using SOS. That would be really cool. And then you've got the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. You've got the new body design. You've got the new ultra wide. We've got some changes with the HDR Plus pipeline. So there's a lot of exciting stuff here. let me go ahead and set this up real quick so we can take a look at the software. But yeah, at first glance, I really like the way this looks, and I really like the way it feels. Super premium. If you haven't checked one out, you can see them at the stores now, so you could always go do that. And that's some decent deals. I traded in an old iPhone 13 Pro my kids had laying around. I think I got like 800 or something for it. I don't know if they're still doing that now with Best Buy. Best Buy had some pretty good deals, but just at first glance, I think that this is a pretty gorgeous phone. And of course, got the always on display, which we'll worry about once we get that set up. It shoots 8K video now, which nobody's really talking about. 8K video, 30 frames per second. That's pretty nice if you actually care about that. And then it's got a new selfie too, the 42 megapixel selfie, which some people are complaining about. The little island there, the little peephole cutout, like, oh, it's too big. Really? When you take a look at the iPhone, you've got this big dynamic island, but this is too big. Okay, sure. I was born yesterday. Anyway, let me get this set up real quick. Okay, that was fast. So here we are. And one thing that you'll notice straight out of the bat when you open this up, it has Android 14, not Android 15. So one of the side effects of launching this early was that Android 15 was not ready. So that will be coming out in the next couple of months. And that's probably one of the reasons why it was such an underwhelming presence in the AI department, because they didn't talk about a whole lot. They had like the whole add me feature with the camera where you can take a photo, of somebody and then hand the phone off, and then it has a little user interface popped up where it shows where they were at, and then you can interact and get in your own position and then take a photo, and then it creates one image. So they've got that. They've got the Gemini stuff. They've got the Pixel Studio in here now, which you can use to do for image generation if that's something that you care about. So yeah, there's a couple of new AI features that they added, but nothing that was like super overwhelmingly crazy, right? So that's something that they did. And yeah, I'll go into more of the AI stuff when I get into the full review, because I'll have to test some of these things out. But really, there wasn't a whole lot of new inspiring things that they added. I'm anticipating more once we get Android 15, which Android 15 came out with the phone last year with the Pixel 8 Pro, I believe in October. So we still have a little bit of time left on that. But this phone, on its own merits, hardware wise, I mean, it looks beautiful, nice. I think it's balanced pretty well. And there are quite a few upgrades. Like I talked about, we got the new selfie camera. That's something that we'll be testing out. Here, let me go and do this while using, no, I don't like location. So we got top shot on by default. So here we go. Let me take a picture of my face. So for those of you who want to see my face, I mean, the 42 megapixel camera is probably going to show up in a lot of different ways where I think people are going to be surprised. A lot of time it's always, okay, the primary camera is the best, and then the selfie is pretty good with most phones, but this should be pretty well, I think, industry leading, especially with the computational photography stuff. And then the real tone with the skin stuff, so you get best skin tones, and then night shot and all sorts of other things. So a lot of the magic that comes into play with this phone really is in the software settings and all the different AI stuff that you get. And then we should be in the tools, advanced zoom now, which wherever that's going to be at. It says there's a Google Photos update, so probably in there. We do have the zoom enhance now, which I've heard some other people say it's pretty underwhelming. I haven't tried it out yet. We had to wait an entire year for that. So there is that. But yeah, that was a feature announced at the Pixel 8 event last year, and then finally showed up a year later with the Pixel 9. But a couple new camera tricks, couple new AI tricks. Gemini. That's one of the big stories here, but it's kind of funny because Gemini is available on basically all modern Android phones now. And they talked about that in their keynote event. I mean, they even had up on stage for the illustration, they used the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and they used the Motorola Razr Plus, the 2024 model, to show off some of their Gemini features. So that's not an exclusive thing to this, but you do get the Gemini Advanced AI 1-year subscription. So you can use that if you want to do some more advanced things like basically Google's version of ChatGPT, and you can take advantage of some of that stuff too. So let me do a couple initial setup things that I like to do. So always whenever I get a new phone, I'll go in and I'll change my display settings because it's on adaptive brightness by default. Absolutely hate that. I'm not a big adaptive brightness fan, but hey, maybe you are. That's an option. You will need it in adaptive brightness to take advantage of the 3000 nits brightness, because when you go out in the sun, if it's on manual brightness mode, it's not going to change, right? You'll have to change it on your own, which I'm perfectly happy with. But that is how you will get the more brighter screen. Also, a couple other things: screen timeout. I hate that being on 30 seconds, but it does save battery. You can change your light and your dark theme in here. So that's something, if you care about your eyes, dark theme. If you don't, well, light theme is always available. Touch sensitivity, if you put a screen protector on there. I ordered mine. I ordered an AM film one. It's not here yet. It'll be here today, also with my speaking case. But this is important. Touch sensitivity, make sure you have that available. Screen resolution by default should be on high, but you can change it and lower it to, sorry, yeah, it's on 1080p out of the box, which screw that. So we put it on full resolution. So highest resolution 1344 by 2992. And this could be a reason some people are really reporting like high battery life on this. I haven't had mine for a week, so I can't tell you about the battery life yet, but it is 5000 milliamp, and it's supposed to be better. It's got the vapor chamber now. That's going to be better for heat, especially when gaming and high intensity stuff on the phone. The chip itself is better on battery life. So I wonder if a lot of people are rocking it in high resolution and don't even realize it. Maybe it makes a little bit of a difference, maybe not. Some people say it's been debunked. Also, give it a week for adaptive battery to kick in. So that's an important thing as well. But yeah, you want to have that there. And then smooth display right here. This is for your 120 hertz. You definitely want to have that on so you can take advantage of and have the best, smoothest experience whenever it comes to the refresh rate on the screen. And sadly, our Houston Texans tight end tears ACL, placed on injured reserve. That's horrible. Heart goes out to him and our team as we're getting ready to start. And thankfully, Seattle lost because the Astros lost as well. So we're still at 5 games, so I'll take that. But anyway, rest of the unboxing experience, here you go. This is pretty much it. You have the charging cable. Is there even any paperwork? Oh, here it is. Weird, they changed everything up. So let me take this out. Probably the same lame documentation nobody looks at, and then we still have the SIM ejector tool. But yeah, that's basically it. There's quite a bit of new things that they've changed in here. I can't wait to test it out for my full review. I'll come back with some more thoughts and feelings on this later. But big picture items, 7 years of support, same as last year. 7 years operating system update, 7 years of security patches. The jury is still out on that one because it came with Android 14, right? It didn't come with Android 15. So are they going to count that one? If not, then that's going to be bad because we'll get Android 15 and like, all right, there's your first upgrade, right? That's really kind of a screwy thing and a way to manipulate the software system, which I will definitely talk about that as soon as I get clarification on that later on. Of course, this was not sent out to me by Team Pixel. This was bought by Team Wallet. As y'all know, the video I made previously, no longer part of Team Pixel because of shenanigans and wanting preferential treatment and kind of exclusivity for their phone stuff. And I was like, yep, not agreeing to that. So I'm out, which they, of course, retracted that later. But yeah, as far as I know, the Team Pixel guys still haven't got sent anything. But anyway, yeah, this was Team 100% my wallet, as are most of my phones. So yeah, if y'all missed out on that drama, you're lucky. But yeah, I'm excited about this. This is the most excited I've been about a Pixel phone probably in a while. I like the changes. I like the body design. I like a lot of the new upgrades. Also, like I said, ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. So that's something that's nice. This is going to be a lot better quality of life whenever it comes to accuracy, when it comes to responsiveness. And also, you don't have that annoying light underneath there anymore. So that's gone. And then this new selfie, of course, it has face unlock. See, face unlock, unlocked by face. So then you have to swipe up. You can change that in the settings. So if you go into your biometric settings for face unlock, you can have it where it automatically loads into your home screen instead of having to swipe up after you unlock it. So that's just a quality of life thing you should probably know about there. But overall, yeah, there are quite a bit of upgrades here that I think a lot of people are not talking about. And I'll be sure to illuminate more of that stuff as I discuss this moving forward. But yeah, that's pretty much on the unboxing and kind of initial review on the phone. That pretty much sums it up on the new Pixel 9 Pro XL. And I went kind of in detail on a lot of the stuff. Really wanted to talk about a lot of the major upgrades, a lot of the changes and things like that, show off the phone some more. Shout out to my boy Floss Flossie Carter. I can't match the like 45-minute video that he made, which I was gonna tell him I was disappointed that his video wasn't an hour today. So if you happen to see this floss, you need to step up your game. 45, 47 minutes, I think is about what it was, but I'm not gonna quibble over a few minutes. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully this was some good first look at the phone, some good detailed information. I will be covering this phone extensively. I've already talked about it a lot. My Pixel 9 Pro will be here at the beginning of September because it doesn't come out until September the 4th. And I got that one, the peony color. This one I got in porcelain, which of course they have, sorry, peonies for the Pixel 9. I got the rose quartz. So they have rose quartz, hazel, porcelain, and obsidian for the Pro Series phones. But yep, super excited about this. My case and screen protector will be here this afternoon when Amazon decides that they want to deliver them, if they actually do deliver them on time. And then just so you can see here, a lot of people I've seen complaining about the peephole cutout for the camera. It is a little larger than last year, but it doesn't bother me at all. And again, when you look at like what you say on an iPhone, there's the dynamic island, which is basically probably 7 times larger than that. So yeah, not a whole lot of heartburn there. It looks perfectly fine. I don't think you're going to be upset about it at all. Anyway, so far so good. I'll come back with more later. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.